explaining it.
Golmaal 2, Golmaal 3. I don't even know where that came from. But okay.
See, this is garbage head after hours, okay? When the lights go off.
Welcome to the after party.
Na 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 na. Garbage head, bringing hot garbage to you every week, month.
We're going to try as hard as we
We'll
can.
try.
I don't know if you know about this, but a few days ago I came across the news of this creator called Misha Agarwal passing away. And she was this young girl. She was, I think, 22, 23 years old. Her content was very relatable.
I think
it
I've
was
heard about this, yes.
Yeah, she was, her content, she mostly did it in Hindi. And it was raw, real. It was very funny. I don't think she was trying to perform or be anything outside of herself. And it was wonderful. And I think she had like a show, maybe a cosmetic or a hair care line as well.
Yeah.
And I came across the news that she's passed away.
And wasn't this somehow related to something about that she didn't get enough followers or something like that?
No, I think it was that. So she did have a very big following. Yeah. It was just that she was really anxious about where her career was headed, because obviously I think at some point there was like a plateau of sorts, is what I'm understanding. Correct me if I'm wrong. There was a plateau of sorts in her follower growth, and she was trying out a few like new ventures, and she was just anxious about where her career was headed. And you can imagine, because she was like a 23-year-old girl who was just getting into the world, right?
Yeah, that's a very actually gets me thinking, right? Because this social media space is so unpredictable, especially for us who create content here, right? We aren't even that big or anything like that. We've just started off. And even for us, it's so unpredictable. It's so stressful to even create content that
you
we
think
barely
about
post.
Every single thing that you put out, right? Even, I mean, doesn't even have to be like, you don't even have to be a creator, but even as just someone who has, let's say, 500, 600 people following you, just whatever, doesn't matter what the number is. If your friends are following you, your family's following you, you think about a lot before you put out things. Every like and comment, matters and kind of validates you. Every reply to your story just suddenly holds value. I know every time I put a story, I will go back and check my own story, like I'm some
not just once, multiple
times a day. Just
as
my
if
own.
It's going to be different every single time.
It won't, right? So I can imagine how difficult it would be for the creator who is big to live with this.
Yeah, I can only imagine waking up every day and having to think of what content should I post?
Especially
will this do good? Will this do good? Yeah, because when you're in a corporate job, no matter what you do, at the end of that month, you are going to get paid this much amount. And with content especially, it is so, there's no fixed payment plan to this.
There isn't. In fact, it's worse than being a freelancer, because at least as a freelancer, I would say you have a set of skills that can very tangibly be sold. But as a content creator, you can be great at what you're doing, but still not get the reach that would make you money.
Yes, I agree. And
there are too many factors out of your control that come into play.
And unless you are like big enough to have like 1 million followers, you are constantly in search of brands that you can collaborate with. And at least with freelancing, like you said, there are certain set of skills that you can sell and get a gig. But with content, there isn't a tangible source.
There isn't. And I guess that's where also for smaller creators or like mid-sized creators, you would see that maybe brands can also exploit them at times, underpay them, or expect way too much out of them.
Or sometimes even expect to work for free.
Work for free, just do
barter
this for
system.
Us. And being on the brand side of things, I have seen that happen. So I can imagine how difficult it would be, and of course, all condolences to her family for the loss.
Of course,
it is absolutely heartbreaking for a young person to succumb to this. But I mean, I think collectively we're all kind of some way or the other affected, and we succumb to it. Right? I remember watching this TED talk. It was called the real cost of social media or something of that sort. And it was by, I think his name was Daniel Ambrosi. I might be forgetting it. Okay. He essentially has this project called Project Reboot, which is essentially helping teenagers get their time back. And like, we're gonna link it, but if anyone is trying to figure out where their day goes, I think they should watch it because it's very eye-opening. What he does is that he put in all the months that we're going to be alive. If you're expecting like a life of living at like 90 years or so, and he reduces them by all the time that goes into things for just survival, work, chores, sleeping, going to the bathroom, all of those things, right? And then an 18-year-old who would live up to about 90 years of age would have about 330 months or so to live. First of all, we're not 80.
We are not.
And with the cities we live in, we're not living till 90.
Living till 90.
No one's living. I mean, who's living till 90? Not me. Also, like, if I'm the only one living till 90, is it worth it? What if my friends are dead?
You're just an old grandmother living with.
I wouldn't like that.
Yeah.
I would hate it. Anyway, we digress. We digress. Okay. So he counts up your months and then he shows how much free time you usually have. And according to latest research, out of these 330 odd months, teenagers today, or even I would say regular people, not teenagers, adults today, would spend 90% of their free time on social media. That's about 320 months out of these.
What?
Yeah. And
that is just mindless scrolling.
That is just mindless scrolling. You're not doing a lot on it anyway. You're not utilizing it. I mean, what do you utilize it for after a point? And
wow.
And well, that brings me to like, because I used to have this, at multiple points where I would feel like, how's my day already over? Have you ever felt that?
Every single day.
Yeah, like I
started. Wake up and the day is over. Where is the
on Instagram? That's where it's gone.
And it's so difficult, right? Because our jobs are on Instagram.
Yeah,
especially mine.
Yeah,
my job.
Same.
Yeah, my jobs revolve around social media.
Yeah, you can't quit it.
You can't quit.
Yeah.
I've thought multiple times about taking a break from social media, but we can't afford to because we need to be on it constantly.
Exactly.
So to even draw that boundary of work/brain rot,
it's the same. Work is brain rot right now.
Work is brain rot at this point.
It is. And moreover, I think that, I have done roughly 2 years now. 2023 is when I got off social media. And I've been very on and off with it. I've tried multiple things. What has been the most effective for me, which I did for about 6-7 months in 2023, was being off social media Monday to Friday and having the app on Saturday and Sunday. And
like cheat days.
Kind of. And that worked because I didn't feel like out of the loop on things. And I was able to kind of be in touch with my friends and stuff. But now that so much of my work is a part of this, I don't think I can ever be off of social media, And I don't think that should be the solution to things. Instead, you should think of utilizing it. But how do you exactly utilize something that is so bombarded with things that are tailored to you?
Yeah, and most of your life is on it. Your friends are on it. Your connections are on it.
Yeah.
We're not living in the real world.
That random guy on Bumble you went on one date with and now who just watches your story, he's also on it.
He's also on it.
And you're going to watch his story.
Yeah, and for what? Like, where is the real world connection with over there?
Yeah, it's quite unconsciously performative, I've known people who buy into every micro trend. So
I have.
Right? I'm sure you have. Of course.
Yeah. I've fallen to so many prey's of I see random things, household items, or pet products or skincare products.
Yeah, I have definitely bought skincare out of micro trends.
100%.
I see the same thing with other people. Like, okay, maybe the Stanley Cup is not a micro trend anymore; it's a proper trend because it was around. But there were little trends that came in the middle. There was a butterfly clip trend that everyone had.
Oh, I did not follow. I want this.
Yeah,
clip.
exactly. She's not on that side of the Instagram.
And
It's getting
my
very cool.
point is, the second I heard about this butterfly clip, I felt FOMO. And
It wouldn't even look good on you, honestly. It wouldn't go with your hair.
and I know for a fact I won't like butterfly
Yeah.
clips. I don't like butterflies. I mean, it's fine, but like, I
What do you
don't
have
like-
against butterfly?
Nothing against butterflies. Don't come at me. But
Just the butterfly community is.
but it's the clip form that I don't like.
Yeah, okay, I get it. I mean, I don't
But
own
still.
one, but I know people who buy into little trends, right? So there was I don't know if you remember this, there was the burgundy trend in fashion. For
Oh yeah, of course,
Right?
of
That
course.
lasted for like a
I
month
saw
or so.
so many burgundy boots, burgundy
Burgundy
bags,
nails,
burgundy
bags,
nails,
clothes,
burgundy
yeah.
lipsticks.
Fall trend.
Oh god, the
And
fall
now
lasted
it's-
all year long.
And we're in India, what fall?
Exactly.
The only thing falling is like the electric tower near your house.
Or the economy.
Or
Yeah.
our wills to live. But anyway, that
We
is
digress.
gone. We digress yet again. Okay. What I did want to speak about was how, especially if you're in your formative years
Mm-hmm.
and you're thrown into social media. We were too, right? I think as teenagers we had Instagram, but it wasn't this insane. But
Yeah, so we've grown with Instagram, right? Instagram was born with us, it has grown with us.
yeah.
So we are sort of like, it's.
But I can you imagine like a 15 to 18-year-old right now and the
Okay.
kind of content bombarded to them. So if
Oh
you're in
God.
your very socially formative years where you have to like, get into group fights and high school cliques and
And imagine.
like you do all of that, but it's 10 times worse because it's on Instagram and you can easily
Of
bully
course.
people and whatever. It can get really
I mean,
bad.
the show Adolescence, I think, puts it rightly
It
so,
does.
right?
It
The
really
effects
does.
of
It
social
really
media,
does.
what it can
Hmm.
be capable of, and
And how much of a difference there is in the social media of the people who are younger and like even the content we know
Mhm.
and we're aware of versus the content a 15-year-old right now or even a 18 to 19-year-old right now is going into is
course.
so different. It's difficult for us to keep up with it.
of course,
Like the gap is the widest it's ever been between age groups.
yeah, and because there are so many people that create and the same amount of people that consume, it's just, I can, the way I can put this is, how we have forums, chat forums on like Reddit and things like
Yeah, yeah.
that, but in a way more toxic manner.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I think I get it because I think you're talking about just how there's so much content, you don't know what's going on in what corner.
Exactly, there's so many corners, right?
And what bubbles people are actually in.
Exactly.
And they're like really scary platforms like a 4chan. And these are places where just a different side of the world lives, and you never know where the person next to you is going home and what platform they're using.
Yeah.
That is a little scary, honestly. But
Right.
yeah, I think coming back to my point, when you spend your formative years, I guess, on social media, I'm pretty sure it messes up with you later on in life. Because I know for a fact that I mean, see, in us itself, body dysmorphia is back.
Yes.
And
Yes.
anxiety and depression are back again.
Yes.
And I know of 30-year-olds who are getting their first ADHD test.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we have a lot. Social media has a lot of blame
Yeah,
to
and
carry over there.
The thing is, at least when we were growing up, we had professionals telling us what was what, or people that we can trust, people that
Yeah.
we know
Yeah.
around us telling us what is what. But the younger generation that's growing up right now, they are listening to random people talk about people they don't know, people uh, who they have no idea where they come from or what their
life they
beliefs
live,
are,
yeah.
what lives they live, and they are talking about something that these kids can probably relate to at some sort of uh, stage in their life.
Yeah.
And
And it
how
doesn't
do
add
you-
up, right?
It
Yeah,
really doesn't.
it doesn't add up. You spend so many years of your life on this platform. You are messed up
Yeah.
later on. And the worst part of it all, I think the one thing that I do miss a lot out of everything is just that people don't apologize to each other anymore. I want to be
Because-
apologized to.
Because there is
you know who you are.
everyone-
Yeah.
We need sorries in our DMs right now.
From the right people. Just,
But I think this is probably because everybody's sort of process is validated in
Yeah.
some sort of way or
everything
other
you
on
do
social
is
media.
validated on social media, right?
Yeah.
Because your algorithm is going to be so
The
self-serving.
algorithm, yeah, it serves you.
It serves you. It serves
the
everything.
narrative that you think of or you believe. And
You know what this reminds me of?
What?
You know the show You?
Yes.
Do you know how, like, we're essentially given a window into psychopath's life,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you know how most of us don't want him to get caught
Mm-hmm.
because we're looking into his narrative of things.
Yes.
And although he is out there murdering
Yes.
people by the
we
dozen,
still sympathize for
we
it.
still sympathize with him.
Yeah.
That's just our algorithm does.
No, I completely agree.
Yeah.
Because if you are telling everyone that whatever you do, there's a reason behind it, and if there is a reason behind it, it's okay,
Then everything is valid.
then everything is valid.
You know what it reminds me of? You know, it's when no, it doesn't remind me of that.
One thing can't remind you of multiple things, though.
No, okay.
Anyway.
Okay, it reminds me of when you know, I mean, I don't want to get there. But
Wait,
anyway.
pause.
What happened? Power
Battery
bank.
died, I think.
अभी पावर बैंक को चार्ज करना है ताकि बैटरी लॉटरी तो लग नहीं रही लैटरी आई डोंट इवन नो व्हाट आई एम सेइंग
Everything
Never
is
mind.
low on battery. We are
It's
low on
10
battery. It's
PM.
10 p.m. My mother's waiting for me for dinner. I think.
I am tired. But
Yes, yes.
we are going to move. I wanted to make a point
Yes, you were saying.
that it's okay, I don't want to make a point anymore. I always
No,
want to
no,
make a
we'll
point.
make a point. We'll
I
make
just
a
don't want to make a point right now.
We'll make a point.
This is what brain rot looks like. Okay.
Right?
And brain rot has ho gaya, happened.
It's not
There's-
always about, oh, we have a point to make.
How many of you
Sometimes
can
you
make
just don't have a
okay,
point.
challenge to anyone who's watching this. If you can make 5 coherent sentences at one go and speak it without a pause,
Oh my god.
your brain is winning. You're the top
Oh
1%
my god.
of humanity. Can you do
If
that?
you can do that, no,
No,
I'm
I
brain
can't.
first.
Same.
Always.
Same.
If you can do that, please teach me how to do that. I said 2 sentences, not back to back. I'm winning it.
Golmaal 2, Golmaal 3. I don't even know where that came from. But okay.
See, this
I
this
think-
is garbage head after hours, okay? When the lights go off.
Welcome to the after party.
We should get a bin here and just vomit.
Considering we're running only on caffeine, that will happen. That will happen. Okay,
Anyway,
I think it's time to just wrap this
Wrap up.
episode up. Okay, let's do one thing before we wrap it.
I want to do
because-
something fun now.
That's why I think this episode is not going anywhere. This is what it's going to be.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, let's start listing the brain rot that you remember. Do you remember specific brain rot trends? And if so, why? And we will analyze why they stayed. No, we won't. But we will analyze
You think our brains right now can analyze
later.
anything?
Next episode. Promise. Pakka promise.
You analyzed it for us and DM us.
That just sounds like everyone's manager. EOD tak. Tomorrow EOD tak we will analyze why
Yes.
those 10 stayed with you versus others.
Done. Yes, pakka.
But now let's list.
My first most favorite trend was Ganji Chudal.
She loved Ganji
I
Chudal.
we
My
exchanged
dear, so many Ganji Chudals. Yeah.
So many. I
So many.
loved Ganji
So
Chudal.
many. And just as an extension of Ganji Chudal was that random animation where इस माँ ने 80,000 बच्चों को जन्म दे दिया इसके बच्चों के लिए अभी घर बनाते हैं and then they make like this bunker situation.
For real though, it's like a luxury bunker.
And in that there was this one guy saying, एक भिखारी ने बहुत पैसे कमा कर एक घर लिया, and that house is like the size of a Mumbai house. अब इसमें वो कैसे रहेगा? And then they put his commode under his kitchen.
Kitchen, exactly.
Huh.
Who is pooping
he'll
where
cook
they're
here,
eating?
He'll cook here, and then he'll just sit here, and then he'll cook
You
here.
know that proverb, don't shit where you eat? That's not
apply.
meant for this guy.
Does not apply if you live in Mumbai. Because you will shit where you eat.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay. For me, it is also one thing that has never left my brain is Gopi Ben washing the laptop.
Oh my god, that was my favorite.
I know.
That was my
I
favorite.
love it.
I loved it.
Okay.
You know what else I really liked was those random Minecraft videos with like
Reddit stories.
Yeah.
I love those with Am I the Asshole stories.
exactly.
I'll watch
like
them.
I will go read Reddit stories, but why should I when there are
But
random
there's a
Minecraft videos?
and there's an AI narrator,
Yeah.
and they're just doing it. That was brilliant.
It captured that, and then there were another versions of those where it would be random things happening in the back of like someone's cutting cake or
those making slime.
yeah.
Yeah.
But they're giving you like tips, random tips and things
Or they're
like
talking
that.
about like a haunted house.
Or a haunted house, yeah.
Yeah, Reddit stories, brilliant. Okay,
These are fun.
another brainer trend right now that has not left my brain in 2 weeks is wee.
What the fuck?
Wee.
I shouldn't be cursing on
No,
that. We'll
shut
cut
up.
that. Nana, cut
No, it's okay. It's this video of there's like this ball of kibble, and then there's this little cat who's in the bowl as she's eating or he's eating whatever, and she's making this sound going wee. I don't know.
This is where
Hyper
we
specific.
part ways. This is where our algorithm parts ways.
We should try Instagram blended.
Oh god.
No,
See,
that's too much.
I don't know why Blend started. I think it needs to die. Because the whole point of sharing memes is the fact that, oh,
I
thought
think it
of
started
you.
for couples who are scared that they cheat on each other. That's exactly what I think it is. I think it's for couples where one of them is scared that the other one is liking semi-naked pictures on Instagram or commenting on them.
Damn, what do you guys think? That's
That's
a
what I think.
good ass theory.
Yeah. So I think Instagram promotes cheating. Because it removed, remember that fun feature where you could see what other people are
Activity?
liking? and commenting on? They removed
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
How will you even snoop on anyone?
That's how you cheat.
Promotes cheating.
You
And
know
now it
what?
wants
You
you to
know why
fight.
Instagram is benefiting from cheating? Because one person can talk to multiple people, which means they have multiple engagements going on at the same time.
Too much thought, too much brain has been used for it.
Brain fuzz gone.
Caffeine is working. Thank you, Tim Hortons.
Thank you, King Coffee.
Not Tim Hortons.
King Coffee. I didn't know the term.
I didn't even know what King Coffee.
King Coffee is really good. King Coffee is really good, guys. Bangalore brand. Yes.
Okay, good. All right. Last, let's. I think the last
Mm-hmm.
micro trend that has stuck with me is टमाटर बड़ी मजेदार टमाटर and you remember that do you remember that wait मैं तो समोसा हूँ वाला like you remember that no can't be me guys this is an isolating experience I don't like it I feel bullied she's just laughing at me
Please tell me if you relate to any of this. Because I do not.
how do you not remember मैं क्यों रहूँ मैं तो हंसी don't you remember that how do and these are all food items
No.
no you have to remember that we used to share these memes yeah come on okay we're gonna end this episode
And we will share that meme on story next. Keep watching our stories.
we're ending this episode bye
Bye.
yeah how do
I
you
actually don't remember.
dude it was that मैं क्यों मरूं मैं तो जीरा हूँ
What?
and it was pictures of जीरा
What?
yeah मेरा क्या मैं तो बतख हूँ yeah.